Hello, and welcome to the Airbus A320, my EasyJet aircraft. Today we are in Stuttgart, and while I'm talking, I'm not working, so I need to crack on. So let's get the batteries connected. APU, auxiliary power unit, as in external power. On. Seems to be a bit away from the terminal here. If there's a terminal, must be the terminal's all the way over there. I don't know what we're down here. So we'll probably have to bus the passengers on. I doubt if we even get a set of steps around here. Go on, let me do that for a laugh. Services, jet bridge. Will any steps turn up? I doubt it. Right, so we're going to have to get the passengers on by magic. Either that or I'm completely in the wrong place. Because that looks like the air terminal over there, and I'm way down here. So anyway, I'm not familiar with the airport, so never mind. Let's get the cargo on, baggage on, payload. Let us go for speedy boarding today and introduce passengers. However they want to get on. It's good for me. We've got 113 passengers to get on today. Hopefully they'll get on with it. They won't hang around. So we've got our net information. Okay, so while that's going, hang on, fuel. Fuel, let's just import our fuel. 3.6 tons of fuel. Currently got 3.5. So just about there with fuel. Oh, all good. Right then, let's crack on. Oops. Done this. You know, get the nav system switched on. Okay, that takes about 7 minutes to on. Let's have a light on here. Thank y'all. Alright, so we're okay. Good. Right, let's get the McDo fired up. See in it and do our data request to get our flight details loaded in from SimBrief. So we're going from Stuttgart to Innsbruck, which should be an interesting approach. So I don't believe Innsbruck has ILS. I think it's a VNAV
boarding completed.
Approach. Oh, thank you very much. So that's quick. It's a VNAV approach. So that might be interesting because I don't know how to do them. Sorry, I pressed that. Right, so we're looking at this RIP. So in its A, we can get a main request for that. Diffs RIP. DIFSRIP.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Ground temperature. Where's my ground temperature on here? I can get it from here. Let's go Currently 26. I get 15 from 26. Cost index 10. So our flight level today is only 17,000 feet. And the temperature is minus 19. So we can increase. There. Oops, sorry. 17,000. So DI flight plan is the biggie. We'll put our departure in here, which is the current airfield. Departure runway we are going from is 25. Going to be flying Kuno 2B. Kuno 2B. Yeah. Insert that. And that should be in there. And we can check that by going to our plan. Bring that out to 20 miles. So there we are, in the middle of the display. Bit of a hoo-ha-ha, around the corner and away. We can check the rest of the flight plan by scrolling through the top button, and it puts all the waypoints in the middle of the screen as you go through. Oh, there's a good one. We get to XEBIX. And then there's one of these discontinuity things, so we can clear that. Put that in there, which should then join the dots up to get us to Innsbruck. So Innsbruck, we can populate our arrival information, which is 08 via XEBI1B. So 08, I'll go for 08. I'll go for the Zulu. There we go, the XEBIB. And we'll insert that. So we should now have a complete start to finish flight plan. There's the approach and the it's all joined up. So that's all very good. So that's our flight plan. Secondary flight plan we haven't got on. You can sometimes copy, you can copy the active. I don't know how. No, doesn't work in this. FSR is Radnav. I haven't got any charts, charts, FUD chart thing, so I don't know how to get the information to populate that. I is init B, so we go init and then on the second page, which is our fuel. I'm going to do these the other way around this time. I'm going to put the zero fuel weight in, and zero fuel weight centre of gravity, just because I can. So I'll go to our load page, payload. So our zero fuel weight is 54.2 and our centre of gravity is 31.96. So 54.2 and 31.96. 54.2 slash 31.6. Put that in the top. See, it gives us a suggestion of the fuel now. How much fuel do you think we need? No, so we're actually taking 3.6 tons. So we put 3.6 in our block. What's our wind? Our wind is a tailwind of 37 knots. T37 into the Badger. Should take a trip down fractionally. Don't know if it has. Yeah, this is RIP. P for. What is that? No, it's the perf gauge. So flaps uno. Flex to temp. We can calculate that by going to a little calculator. We can import the data from the doodah and calculate. And it tells us our flex to temp is 69. All our speeds are V1, VR, V2 is 140, which is a bit suspect to me. So 69 is our flex temp, and we just keep putting 140. Yeah, 140. Yeah. And 140. Okay. Oh, let's insert regional. That's the problem. I'm parked down by the regional bit. You need to move, mate. You got way too close. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. Okay, so we've got our flight directors on, passengers are on, still got the cargo door open for some reason. Let's have a look. Why is our cargo taking so long? Baggage truck is still there. We can say we've got the cargo now. All the cargo's on. Still got our ground power unit connected. Right, so we need to button things up. And we need to think about getting away. Now what's our 1630Z? Another 15 minutes. We're ahead of time. Let's go. Let's get going. Hang on. These badges. T-class. Get that to over there. This one on. So that's fine. Predictive wind shear is that badger. Speed brake armed, and I'll leave the flaps for the time being. So it looks like we're ready for a pushback. I think we're going down that end of the runway, yeah. So let's call up let's go pushback. Confirm. Why does it do that? Call a tug. Got any tugs? Do I have to wait for them? There's one turned up. What do you think? There ain't no tug there. I've got another spit I can go forward, actually. Yeah, I don't need him. We won't bother with that. We'll dispense with a pushback. But what we will need to do then is get our APU fired up. So before we do that, let us switch on all of our pumps. Fuel pumps are on. APU And 3, 2, 1, start. And we should have our APU in the window. A bit more brightness on that, I think. Oh, that's the wrong way. Let's get the brightness up so we can see what's going on. So we can see constraints on here. I'd like to see what my constraints are. 230 knots. It's quite a tight climb out there. That should be okay. Okay. So we've got GPS primary, so that's good. We've got active. Okay, our APU is available. So we hit APU lead. And go ignition and engine 2. And hopefully we get some action going on. Yep. And once that has all kicked in, we can disconnect the external power. I don't like doing it until the engine is fully up to snuff. As the engines are coming on, I think we could probably get away with arming the strobe light. Yeah, we're just gonna pull forward and do a 180 here and get the engine going. There's lots of clunking going on there. Auto brake. Takeoff is on high. Oh, we haven't got it on yet because we haven't got the engine available. Not to worry. There we go. We've got an engine now. Should get it. Oh, still not. Okay. Okay. So engine 1. So starting up. Actually, we can disconnect this one there.
Flight attendants, armed doors, and cross-check.
Now we've got auto braking on. So we'll just wait for that engine to come online and then we will disconnect the APU and away we go. So a reasonably short flight while the cabin announcement's going on. Reasonably short flight today. I'll look in here. I think it did have a block time. 28 minutes.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
I'm not sure if that's what that one is. Should be about a 30-minute flight, I'm going to say. So we should see. Okay. Let's have our switch back to normal. Okay. Come on. Back to taxi, so we can taxi lights on. And we can take off APU. We can take our parking brake off. We can go flaps 1. A little bit of power to get us going. And then heavy on the turn. And sit back and there we go. Looks like 2 taxiways here. Oh, that one's actually straight to the runway. We need a bit of a run up. So it would appear immediately after takeoff we've got a bit of a left hand 180 to do. There's our departure. So let's just ding the cabin on the taxi. Check our config. Okay, no blues, everything's good. Our APU hasn't completely shut down yet, which is okay. Here goes a jet. He just come in, I'm not sure. Yes, Stuttgart. Yeah. Stuttgart, and we're going to Innsbruck. So we've got some mountains to cross. It's quite an interesting approach. I've never done it into Innsbruck, but it looks pretty hairy, so it should be good fun, he says. Fun. Who knows? So let's run through our takeoff checklist. We have auto brake max, speed brake is armed, flaps 1. No, we're not on the lighting rig yet, but we will be very soon. Straps are tight. Config has been checked. Tray tables are stowed. To have our lights on as we're entering the active runway. Lights are on. Nobody's home. Let's start the chrono today. Clock timer. Away it goes. We can crawl forward. Make sure that there's nothing in the pattern. Good. So there. So let's go back to the park. And away we go. So just make sure we're running straight. Do a running takeoff. There we go. We're neutral on the pedals. Building up the power. So full takeoff power. We're looking for 140 knots. Our speed is at 140 knots, rotate. Gear up. on the gate. Let's see if we can select our autopilot at this point. We don't seem to be able to. Okay, I'm just going to disconnect that. In the gate and select. That's better. So we've got a good rate. Take our flaps up. Lever. And hopefully we should just climb. Oh, it's getting cloudy. Just climb out. Let's put some lights on here. Reasonably steep turn. Q&H, we can set to standard. We've passed the transition height. Still in this 180 degree turn. My head's got itchy. Got an itchy head. There we go, at Stuttgart, en route to Innsbruck. Why is there no little plane on there? There's normally a little plane on there. That's interesting. There always seems to be a glitch in something. Nothing is ever the same twice in a row. Do you know what I mean? Oh, there he is. He's just turned up. Little plane's just turned up. Bizarre. Bizarre. Okay. We passed 10,000 feet. We should be taking our lights off. Leveling out. Is this a good time? No, we've just got to. Just want to wait a few more seconds. Got a bit of a bank coming up here, off to the right, and then we'll let the passengers move around. Flick dome light on. As we are still in the climb, but a more gentle climb now. It's just like about 8 degrees, 7.5, 8 degree climb. We can, as we roll out onto the straight, wings level. Allow some movement in the cabin. Ding dong. There we go. So everything reasonably smooth so far. We're at our alt star means you're very close to your designated altitude, and when here it comes, look, the blue box is coming down. Once it captures that altitude, it should just go straight to out, no star. No time now. 40, 60, 80. It's within 20 feet. And then there we go. We are at altitude and we're in the cruise. Still got nav on, and our speed is being controlled by the computer. So it's asking us now to enter our destination data. So we're in the cruise. Managed.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again for the flight deck, Captain. Just reached the route before the flight, and to get us settled in, I do want to remind you to please keep your feet level clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley pumps shortly.
This is what we want.
Also, one more reminder to please refrain from getting to the front galley when the flight deck doors open.
Innsbruck.
Thank you.
So QNH for 1024. 024. Temperature is 25 degrees. That's warm. 25 degrees. Wind is 110 at 5 knots, so very little wind. At 5 knots. So we might have a bit of a crosswind. 110, and I'm landing on 0.8. So yeah, about 30-degree crosswind. But not really a crosswind, sort of off to one side a bit. It's not very strong anyway, so should be fine. Right, put destination in. Let's do this barrel thing. I'm just going to put a straight 500 in there. Don't ask me why. Entry out of range. Oh, okay. Let's go for 200. That's going to be okay, sure. That's out of range as well. What's the oh, see, I don't know the elevation of the airport. What's that, 700? $1,000. Right, I don't understand what's going on there. I get the elevation of the airfield. It must be in here, but I don't know how to read all this. What is the elevation? I haven't got a chart. I've got all charty things. It's not. What's the flight number? Strasbourg to Innsbruck. $15.59 to 16:30 departure. This is all very nice. Weights, fuels, takeoff weights, how much fuel you're going to use for the trip. Then there's the route. Just check we're going the right way. Yep, going the right way. Runway. No, runway, USA. block, that's the fuel. Take off weight, correction. Okay. Yeah, stop that. This is the flight plan. Yeah. Right, what's this? That's the airport, that's the runway. Is that the length? No, I don't know what these are. I don't know what they are. Yeah, I think that's weather. Strasbourg, takeoff. Weather. What I could do is somebody to explain where I need to find if it is even in here. There's the descent. Runway analysis. Take up a landing. Take off data. Don't know. 725, so that is Strasbourg. Landing data. Runway 8. PQNH. Full flight. QNH 1024. Runway length. Oh no, that's not here. Is it? Oh, runway 8. Yeah, runway 826. ILS. I didn't know it was an ILS. Perhaps on no icing. That's too warm for icing. Landing distances. Airport weather. So I don't know what the altitude is of the airport, so this seems to be it's taking 2000. We must have a very high altitude for Innsbruck. So it's going to call that minimums about 2,000 feet. That can't be on the radio altimeter. Right, what have we got to run? 69 miles. I should be at the top of the descent now, and we should be going to flight level 130. So let's think about that. Oh, some mountains there, look. I see mountains. So Benki, we got to Benki, and we should be at 168, 16,800. So let's start our descent. Let's go. Let's take her down. Let's get that unmanaged. And we should then go into a descent. A managed descent down to 16,000 as indicated there. Flight level 160 in the little window. And then again we're going to be going down to 13 very shortly after.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business we need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for a ride.
So as I said, it's a fairly short little flight today. I want to get ahead of the altitudes because I've been too high of late, so I've been too slow to get the plane down to the correct altitude. So by that, see, it should be 130 down there. That's it. Not 130, 13,000. So we need another bit of descending. We've only got 4 miles to, no, 4 and a bit more. So we need to get descending now. So we're almost, well, I think it's just over these mountains and then into the valley. So let's start thinking about a landing stuff to do. We have been in the air for exactly 17 minutes and 55 seconds. So not very long at all. So medium speed brake. Ping. We can have our speed brake set. We can't do anything about the speed. We can't put flaps down just yet because our speed's being managed. Yes, we need to put 13,000 by XBix and LMEM. So I need to get down there. Get down. Oh no, it's 080. These mountains are coming up pretty quick. I'm not quite. Oh yeah, we are. Yeah. So let's just put a bit of terrain on here. Oh my god. Yeah, we've got some terrain. Yeah. Okay. As I said, this is going to be quite an interesting approach, didn't I? I said that, didn't I? Now you believe me. There's cloud, there's mountains, and I am at the designated altitude for this portion of the flying. Can I go in there? So there's the terrain that we can see ahead. Correction there. Sure. Yeah, we need to make sure we fly this properly. Otherwise we're going to die. I don't like the fact that the mountain ahead of us is in cloud. Terrain, I might be able to read the constraints. What is that one there? I can't see that. I'm going to have to go to this one, which is 6,000. Okay, we can do that. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and manage that bad boy. Oh yeah, we drop into that alley there? I do believe we do. don't we do? Well, I think we need a bit of flap here, just to help with our stability. So we are on an altitude constraint at the minute. Or is that staying above? And it's got to drop at some point. We've got to get down, boy. We've got to be at 6,600. Oh, now we're descending. Right, okay. Constraint's done it. So you have to be over the top of that mountain, and then we're dropping down. What's L/dev? I've not seen that before. Ooh, there's lots going on that I haven't seen before. So we should be transiting down to 6,600. The next point is W1751. That bad boy there. 7,270 feet, then 6,640, then down to 3,470, and then 2,920. So we've got 25 miles to go. Fuel 2.4 tons. Is that another 10 gun spills? Okay, yeah, so here's the valley we're landing in, I would imagine. Not a lot, not too far flat in. Still feel high. Do feel high. It's not going to get me down there. Not going to get me. I need to be down. I need to be down at 6,600. Way too high. What is going on? I'm gonna put it into open descent. I need to get down sharpish. Too high here. I do believe I can see. Can I see one more light? No, maybe not. I'm not really far away. I'm talking full 19 miles. Oh, okay. Let's get our pressure back to QNH. 103. That was 1025. 1025. Is that we should be on? 10,200. Where's, come on, get down, man. Drop this plane. Drop it like it's hot. You're too high, you're too high. God only knows we're too high. What is that? 1,000 feet a minute. Yes, it's all gone quiet because bring the gear out. Let's just look at that. And it should need. What the hell happened then? Flap, because we are high, man. We are high, man, like the pie man. So, landings, lights on. Passengers sat down, cabin ready, briefed. We have medium brake set, full, not on full flap yet. No, we've got another notch of flap to dial in if we need it, but we will need it. Still way too high. So I'm going to see the runway when we get around this corner. There it is, in fact. Way too high. I might have to switch the autopilot off completely and just fly it in.
2,500. 2,500.
So this is the altitude I need to be looking at, 2,300. Okay. Feels fine. This is high, man. Feels high. Still feel high. I'm gonna have to kill the autopilot and give us some ground here. That's way too high. Killed it. Okay. Yes, thank you. I know.
$1,000.
Clear those pylons. That looks decent.
$50, $40, $30, $20. Retard.
Seems to be an EasyJet plane fart arsing around. Who the hell are you? Get off them. Where are you going? Don't know what's going on there. Okay, well, we got it down at, yeah, Innsbruck. That's a challenge. We're high on the approach. This could be a bit of a debacle here. Let's just squeeze past each other like for a laugh. Yeah, that was close, but absolutely fine. Okay, let's park her up. From Innsbruck. One take. He wasn't there on the park where he was supposed to. Corner, can we just hold here? If we got too far, I won't be able to get the truck in, so we'll stop there. Throttles idle. Okay, quick shutdown. Release the packs, lights off.
The doors verified?
One. Engine 2. And that's welcome to Innsbruck.